The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Oldham County High School's basketball starts now.
Well, we're officially in February. That means big games looming. Chris Labar with Gary Forrest. A big doubleheader tonight, North Oldham and Oldham County. First up, Gary, a girls matchup. Both these teams a little bit still working through some things at this point of the year.
I think you hit it on the head, Chris. Both teams still really trying to find themselves and what will work well for each other.
So North Oldham there you see 8-11. This team really finished the season last year so strongly. The upset win in the quarterfinal of the region. What's happened to them thus far this year?
Well, one of the things that North had not had for a long time was a post presence. And last year they had a move-in who did the job, went on. She's playing small college basketball. And that made all the other pieces of the puzzle work. Now again this year, they're still trying to find themselves and how well they'll play.
Oldham County 8-14 as you see, and Adriana Palazzolo, 5'10 senior, averaging 12 points and 6 rebounds, and she really does so many things very well.
She does. They've asked her to expand what she does this year, primarily a block-to-block player, and they brought her out some this year. The games we've seen with mixed results, but that's asking a lot to make that big change.
We'll talk much more about this matchup when we come back, including some detail on both head coaches. Mac McIntosh, year 3 for North Oldham. Jim Hook, familiar name around the 8th region. This, his first season at Oldham County High School. More coverage on the way from Glycod.
Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
Where's Super Guy?
What?
No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Back to Buckner, Chris Labar along with Coach Gary Forrest as we welcome you back. A doubleheader, North Oldham girls and the Oldham County girls up first. And the Mustangs coached by Mac McIntosh, his third season. And this program seems like they're really headed in the right direction, Gary.
Very much so. Got a lot of kids that have 3 years worth of experience. Got two of them in particular that lead them in scoring, and as they go, their team goes.
He's got some familiarity with the AAU coaching circuit, and that's certainly becoming the trend now in high school basketball.
Well, apparently they just added a new player yesterday, and got her eligibility. She's played at Sacred Heart, plays on the JV team, but is dressing tonight.
Let's talk more about the Oldham County coach and Coach Jim Hook. He's been at it a while, longtime coach up at Henry County, his first season at Oldham, and certainly you're very familiar with this program, just such a proud tradition. How does he get it back?
Well, what they need is continuity. There's been so much changeover, and, you know, kids want to be coached, and they're eager to learn, but every year, every coach they bring in has different philosophies, and they're having to reteach and relearn, and that makes it tough on kids. So if they would get some stability in their coaching, I think, given time, they'll get things rolling again.
So 3 coaches in 3 years for Oldham. We take a look at their RPI, at least a record coming in 0-2 versus rather 0-3 versus the top 50. They do have a couple of nice wins inside this region, perhaps their best win of the year versus Gallatin County, and they're going to have to play well tonight to get one.
Very much so, and, you know, once again, it starts with North's Big Two. The rest of their players play off of them as well, so they're complementary players. That's not a bad thing. You know, when you play as a team, you have to have complementary players.
So North Oldham, this group perhaps a little more seasoned than Oldham County as we take a look at the Mustangs season to date. They're 1-4 inside the region and lost versus 2 top 50 teams, including perennial power Anderson County. And North Oldham desperately needing a win to secure a 2 seed in the 29th district tournament.
Well, you know, it's a situation too, Chris. They're the team that knocked Anderson County out of the regional last year. So, you know, they've got that going for them.
North Oldham and Oldham County keys to the game and starting lineups when we come right back. Mustangs Colonels live from Oldham County High School on Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Blind Direct, not just blinds. Blind Direct, not just blinds.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different. Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name is Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Traditional Bank, proud to sponsor tonight's Keys to the Game. At Traditional Bank, who you bank with matters. Gary, for North Oldham, a couple things they have to do well tonight.
Well, I think if you're North, what you want to do is you want to speed up OC, and you do that by adding pressure to them, a variety of different defenses, maybe full court, maybe on the half, and they do that because Oldham is more of a half-court team, and they're used to having the pace they want. Other thing you want to do, you want to get them in a transition game. Up and down, up and down. So I think those are the keys if you're North Oldham.
And for Oldham County, really, they're limited offensively, and you feel like have to be a little more creative to score the ball.
I think so. They want to slow that tempo down. They want to be able to generate some offense and maybe get the ball inside, get some easy baskets.
Back after this.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
From Glycod, it's Oldham County High Schools basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Oldham County Health Department, healthy people, strong community. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Oldham County Solid Waste Management, featuring Waste Wizard. And by LaGrange Service Center, Mortensen Family Dental, Thompson Heating and Cooling, and Financial Solutions Incorporated. Now, courtside for all the action of Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Tonight's starting lineups presented by Thompson Heating and Cooling. Contact Thompson at 502-703-0244 for their 100% satisfaction guarantee. That's Thompson Heating and Cooling. Gracie Sipes will lead North Oldham in the backcourt. Gracie, 18-point per game total, leading the Mustangs. She'll be joined by Smith, Lures, Gross, and Cameron. And for Oldham, it's Palazzolo, Wood, Batts, Brianna Barnes and Gracie Brown. And we are underway in the first of two tonight in Buckner. In Oldham County to begin. Skip pass in the corner. That is Batts, and an overplay and a foul up top whistled early on North Oldham's Gracie Sipes. The officials: Jim Adams, Scott Kinslow, James Morrison. And the Colonels on the inbound. A quick three, and that's well off the mark and out of bounds. It will stay Oldham after the miss from Brianna Barnes.
Quick shot, but a little long. Really going to have to get the ball to Palomzolo, and she's all the way out here at the top of the key. I'm not so sure that's as far out as they want her to be.
It's Haley Wood that's off the mark as a Mustang. Sipes, crafty move, the shot long. Hankins for the basket. We did not think she'd start, but Sailor Hankins on the board in North +2.
North in a 1-3-1. Trying to push Oldham out, and they did that first possession down. Oldham settled for the long jump shot.
And Sipes with an early foul on the reach-in, and North Oldham with possession as the Mustangs flip it in the corner. And out it will belong now to Oldham County.
Well, there's a case of North trying to push the tempo, and unfortunately Smith got caught with her toe on the line, but they had a good-looking shot at the end of the break. 1-3-1 employed by the North defense.
Palazzolo inside the arc, and the offensive rebound as the Colonels get another opportunity. Wood lets it fly, and the Colonels on the board. Haley Wood, a 32% three-point shooter, and there's Gracie Sipes. Gary, her specialty, her 48th three-point field goal.
Well, Sipes hadn't seen too many shots she doesn't like, and there she gets one early on the board.
That's off the mark as the Colonels misfire. Barnes now 0 of 2 from 3 as Smith weaving her way into forecourt. And the held ball, the arrow, going to stay with Oldham County.
Smith a little bit out of control at the end of the break. Not really sure what she wanted to do. Oldham quickly reached in, got a tie up. North ball out of bounds baseline.
Jim Hook near sideline protesting as he's trying to get his Colonels set up in the proper defense. And North will inbound. Hankins catches and puts it down.
Well, they tried to match the shooters, but they left one open, and it cost them.
So Hankins with 4 early, and North Oldham leading 7-3. Gracie Brown well off the mark, and possession back to North Oldham.
Yeah, you want to be careful if you're Oldham. They're shooting the ball awfully quick, and I'm not so sure that's going to be good for their health on a team like North.
Well, you talked about the slow pace and the creativity needed for Oldham to win this game. There's Hankins' offensive glass work, and she's really improved in her senior year.
Very much so. She's strictly a post player, but last year it might have taken her 4 basket attempts for that one, and there she missed the first one, stayed with it, stuck it in.
So the Mustangs now leading 9-3 as Wood floats it in the corner. Palazzolo cradles and fires. And North Oldham on the backboard. Here's the 8th grader, Grayson Lures. Lures, the recipient, heaving a 3, well short. Hankins puts it in on the offensive rebound, and an Oldham County timeout is Sailor Hankins with the offensive rebound. And a nice beginning, Gary, for North.
Well, if you're OC, it's exactly what you didn't want to happen. North has come out, they've created tempo, they pushed the ball up down the floor, which translated to easy baskets for that 11-3 lead.
So we'll step aside. 30-second timeout live tonight in Buckner. This is Glycod.com.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
– 11-3 North Oldham. Just over 3 minutes gone by. Colonels connecting on a Haley Wood 3-point field goal, and Sailor Hankins with 8 of North Oldham's 11. And there's a deflection.
North Oldham changed defense with the 2-3 and trapped it and forced the turnover.
And that's going to go in on the fast break as Katie Smith is on the board. And the Mustangs with the offensive rebound. Crafty footwork. There's 2 more for Gracie Sipes. Sipes a commit to D3 Aurora University next year, and she's played very well in her senior year. Palazzolo tried to funnel it in the lane, and too many hands as the Mustangs with a live ball turnover. Little floater in the lane, and that's going to go. That's Kennedy Daly for North Oldham.
Her first minutes of a varsity game for North Oldham. Just got eligible this week.
Well, this one's starting to slip away early for Oldham. And a reach-around foul, and Hankins called as she'll pick up the Mustang foul. Inbound pass, and Palazzolo catches it and muscles it home.
And that's where Palazzolo is comfortable. You know, I think maybe she's been outside a little too much this game. Get her back in the block area.
There's a Sipes triple, and it's in.
Got to find Sipes. She's cocked and ready anytime she receives the ball.
Gracie with 8, Hankins also with 8, and a sizzling start for North. 20 points in the first 5 minutes of this game. Palazzolo through the double team. Hankins got a hand on it. Around the horn. Batts aims and fires, and North Oldham with a rebound. There's Lures. And out of bounds off the far sideline as Oldham County now going to sub on 5'7" senior Morgan Rabath as the Colonels inbound side court in front of an outstanding Ozone crowd.
Well, you know, both schools not far apart from each other. You expect a good student body turnout tonight, and already they're here for the first game.
And there's a swish from Gracie Brown. That's her 30th 3-point field goal, and Oldham badly needed that one. Hankins on the floor, and Rabath corrals the Colonel Corral rebound to Haley Wood. Wood perhaps got away with a travel, and a rebound secured on the backside by North Oldham. 8 and 11 are the Mustangs coming in.
Oldham straight 2-3 defense.
Sipes, a crafty take for the basket off the bounce.
And right now it doesn't make a difference what defense they're in. They're giving up way too easy shots for this bunch from North Oldham.
There's Haley Wood steering it short. Barnes digs out the loose ball for Oldham. Nice overplay. Hankins, Gary, been very aggressive on the defensive end.
Yep, she's been that way throughout her career. It just seems like as the time has gone on, she's gotten better and better. Even got a hand on that miss.
Avery Schaefer collecting the loose ball miss from Gracie Sipes. As North on top 22-8. Nearly 7 minutes have elapsed. First of 2, the boys will tip around 7:30. We'll talk much more about that game as the girls' game unfolds. Colonels aiming for a corner three. That one short, and it's out of bounds off of the Colonels as multiple bodies check in. Izzy Gross back in, also Kennedy Daly for North.
Colonel's first time tonight, 2-2-1 full court press. So trying to put a little pressure on the ball, maybe make North a little uncomfortable.
Palazzolo got a hand on it, and it's out of bounds off of Izzy Gross. So possession back to Oldham.
So they do get forced a turnover out of it. More of a self-made turnover by North, but OC will take any turnover they can right now.
As the Colonels in the half court, it's Aubrey Batts and Palazzolo with an and one.
Well, once again, Chris, I really think that's where Palazzolo's bread's buttered. Put her on the block, and showed us all last year she scored well there. You know, sometimes I think they've given her a little too much freedom to go outside.
And the free throw goes in while you were away as the lead reduced now to 11. Palazzolo with 5 points. There's Coach Mac McIntosh, lower right. He's dressed well tonight for the big rivalry game. Under 30 seconds now in the quarter. Kennedy inside the lane and steers it in. That's Daly, I beg your pardon. Kennedy Daly with her 4th point. With 15 seconds now in this opening quarter. It's bobbled over to Batts with 5 seconds, and North with a live ball turnover. Lures racing, shot off, and that's going to conclude the opening quarter. North Oldham on top of Oldham County tonight, 24-11. Second quarter on the way back from Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Gary, certainly not the start Coach Jim Hook would want in the first 8 minutes of this game.
No, we talked about keys to the game, and one of the things was that if we were North, one of the things you'd want to do is an up-tempo game, and they've got it. A lot of it has to do with their defense. They've limited Oldham usually to one shot, and away they've gone. They've released, and they played an up-tempo game very much to their liking.
Mustang possession at side court.
Oldham County back to the standard 2-3 zone.
There's Hankins at the face. Katie Smith will orchestrate the offense. Sipes, nice find to Hankins, but she'll shuffle him. As the Colonels down 13. This is a group only averaging 46 points per game. And Haley Wood a little bit out of sorts there in the corner, finding Palazzolo. Batts steers it short. And Smith inside for the North Oldham rebound. And the Mustangs going to call an early 30-second timeout. McIntosh will stop play. We'll join him. Be right back on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Back to live action, and North Oldham on the board on the inbound is Kennedy Daly with her 6th point as the lead swells to 15.
Well, great high-low action by the Lady Mustangs. Another turnover by the Colonels.
Well, that was a well-orchestrated play out of the timeout as Hankins heaves it long, and Wood on the backside brings it in for Oldham. Now Haley Wood crafting her way around Daly. Barnes back outside. There's a 3 high right, going to be well short from Brianna Barnes. And North Oldham having their way in this first half. Katie Smith well long with that 3. And Palazzolo across for Oldham. Bats pitches one. And North Oldham out with a loose ball. Daly running the floor. That's a great pass from Lures, and Daly puts it in.
Once again, up tempo, and North is really piling it on.
Kennedy Daly, 8 points off the bench for North Oldham as the Mustangs enjoy a game-high lead of 17, and Wood initiating contact that's going to propel off of Sipes. It stays Oldham. Number 32 for Oldham County, Avery Schaefer back in as number 3 Aubrey Batts departs. There's a 3 well long from Gracie Brown, but the follow in for Haley Wood. Haley Wood with 5. It's Gracie Sipes long with that 3, and it's going to ricochet out off. Looks like Kennedy Daly got a hand on it last. Mustang ball directly underneath us. Number 14, Katie Smith around to Gracie Sipes, 24. Nice skip pass. Well reversed as Daly up and got the roll.
Not bad for a first game out.
No, it's not. Kennedy Daly with a 10, and North Oldham pouring it on. And Adriana Palazzolo initiating contact. We will have a North Oldham foul. There you see North Oldham sideline. Nice representation by both fan bases for this doubleheader tonight. Of course, this is a makeup from a snow out some 2 weeks back.
Well, it's like the old days. Anytime you have these county rivalry games, it still means a lot. Bragging rights, if you may.
It's Gracie Brown, number 23. Her shot a miss. And Daly out with it for North Oldham. Now Katie Smith being ridden up the far sideline, and a foul on Oldham County's Gracie Brown. Be the first foul for Oldham in this quarter.
And Chris, not only for bragging rights, but because it's a 3-team district, these games mean a lot for district seeding. One team that wins the seeding will immediately advance to the region.
Great find underneath. That's Izzy Gross, but Gross behind North Oldham's Avery Cameron for turnover. Colonels only 2 points in this first portion of the second quarter.
Well, when you shoot a lot of high percentage shots, there's ebbs and tide.
Palazzolo chiseling her way to the basket, and a foul underneath on Izzy Gross, the North Oldham sophomore.
Call me old school or what, but, I like the idea of attacking the basket because, you make higher percentage shots, and at the same time, you get fouled.
Palazzolo been a contributor inside this Colonel program since her sophomore season. And this her third head coach she's played for during the span.
Well, once again, tonight she's had success in that paint area. And I think it would behoove her to stay in that area because this looks like a team she can be successful against.
15-point deficit, and the Colonels create a turnover off that press. What will they do with it? There's a three in the corner, and it's in. Brianna Barnes. So 5 in succession for Oldham. And I think a North Oldham 30-second pause. McIntosh going to draw his group over, and Barnes, Gary, a big three for Oldham County.
Yeah, very much so. We just talked about they were having a hard time scoring, and they ran off 5 points, so go figure.
So the Colonels and the Mustangs, of course, the first of two as we look at the series info inside the girls' game. Oldham County, a lot of success, winning 21 of 26.
Something about the stability of the program.
And it's deflected out, so out of the timeout, it's going to belong to Oldham County.
Well, North had built that big lead, but now they're kind of stuck on 30, and turnovers have kind of contributed to this slow scoring.
Palazzolo back over in the corner. That's Avery Schaefer. Palazzolo's three is long. And Oldham County corrals the offensive rebound. Haley Wood carving her way to the basket, and the rebound secured by Katie Smith of North Oldham. Deflected away, Brianna Barnes in the passing lane. Palazzolo in with the left, and it's down to a 10-point North Oldham lead.
There's Palazzolo once again having her success inside the paint.
Hankins studying her options. Katie Smith up top, and now the stabilizer, Gracie Sipes. As Sipes finds Hankins. Katie Smith pitches one up. Tapped around, Sipes got a hand on it, and it's lassoed inbounds. Great effort by Avery Cameron for North Oldham. Sipes all alone. Hankins and Palazzolo with a rejection.
Nice job of Palazzolo. Hankins with the rebound. Palazzolo there to snuff out the shot attempt inside the paint.
Now 2:24 left in this quarter. Oldham County's outscored North 9-6 in this stanza. Daly up and in, +1.
Well, you take away Daly's points in this quarter, and the Colonels have gotten themselves back in it. But right now she's looking at 12 points, shooting from 13th at the free throw line.
Talk about a welcome addition, as you mentioned, her first week of action for North Oldham. Transfer from Sacred Heart. Played for Hall of Fame head coach Donna Moyer for the Valkyries. 2:19 left in this first half. And a nice response for the Colonels. Wood in the baseline, off long, and a rebound vacuumed in by Gracie Sipes, 24 of North. Hankins, the trailer, found the handle and put it in.
Well, she paid the price for that one. As after she finished, she got it kind of leveled on the chin. No call.
Hankins with 10. That's well above her 6-point average. And Palazzolo shot long. Hankins cleans it up for North. 1:37 in this first half. North led by 13 after one. Now the lead at 14. Hankins lofts it in the lane. And the rebound collected by Avery Schaefer of Oldham County. Haley Wood around the horn to Batts. That's a travel on Aubrey Batts, 5'4" sophomore. Boys tip off at 7:30 at halftime of the girls' game. Gary will chat with one of the boys' head coaches as we will preview the boys' encounter. As North Oldham into forecourt. Now Daly, little 6-footer, and she's got two more. So Kennedy Daly with 12 first half points is the lead at 16 for North Oldham. And they've got the loose ball rebound. Katie Smith, far sideline. There's Hankins. Well reversed as the Mustangs. Nice up and under, and Daly rejected, and there's a foul begrudgingly called on Oldham County's Adriana Palazzolo. So Daly, certainly a difference maker, will have two from the foul line. Add one to the tally. North Oldham 8-11 coming in. They'll be back in action on Saturday. Northern Kentucky at Newport. And the Mustangs enjoying an 18-point lead as Daly unofficially 14 first half points. And it's deflected and turned over as Lures got a hand on it. Smith, far sideline for North Oldham. Daly finds Lures, aims and fires, and won't go in. And Oldham County with a loose ball with 7 seconds in the second quarter. Haley Wood surrounded, and that's going to wrap up a very impressive pair of quarters for North Oldham. They lead Oldham County 38-20. More coverage on glycod.com from Buckner right after this.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community. Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by the Oldham County Health Department. Find out about their array of wellness programs and services by visiting oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people, strong community.
Halftime in Buckner, 38-20 North Oldham. Over Oldham County, let's join Gary Forrest. He is with Josh Leslie.
So those would be the big ones for us.
Hi, this is Gary Forrest coming to you live from Oldham County High School, where tonight, second game of the county rivalry. It's Oldham County hosting the North Oldham Mustangs. I'm here with Coach Josh Leslie. Coach, we were just talking about, countywide rivalries. You never know.
No, I mean, it doesn't matter what the record is every time. I was watching these games before I even coached out here. One team can have a good record, one team can be so-so, and the games are always close, always tight, highly contested, so it should be fun.
Well, some of the things you're going to have to try to do to be successful against this really good North Oldham bunch.
They're good. They run their stuff, and they have a lot of guys that can make perimeter shots, so we cannot let them just get uncontested threes. Can't let Grant Neal control pace and get where he wants. And thirdly, we just got to make sure we get the first rebound, because when we play them, you give up offensive rebounds, they lead to threes, and we can't have that with second chance points.
Well, a great example just last week. South Oldham leads them for 3 quarters. Looks like they've got a comfortable lead. Then all of a sudden they give up 30 big points in the fourth quarter.
And it ends up being guys that aren't Grant or that are not Jack that make those shots. You lose, you get sucked in on drives. Next thing you know, bang, 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 and a lead is erased, or they extend it even more. So it's definitely an issue.
Well, a lot of people look at them and say, well, unlike the past, they don't have great size, but the great neutralizer are the three-point shots that go in or the long rebounds that kick out.
They're aggressive. They run their stuff really well. They get the ball to guys in spots where they can make shots. So if you execute your things, it makes you so much better. They don't take wild shots usually, so you have to make sure you stay disciplined the entire time.
Even though he's not here during this interview, you have to say hats off to Coach Levich, because he really has retooled a bunch that were longtime starters for him.
Yeah, no question. But those guys, when you have Jack and Grant back to kind of steady the ship, and then they always have those guys that are now playing starter roles that can make shots off the bench. Of course, losing Anderson and Higdon are big losses, obviously. Those other guys played some good minutes for them last year. They just didn't get as much notoriety because they didn't get as much minutes.
That third head, if you will, this year, I think Howard is probably the most overlooked kid in the region for what he's done for them. He's added another body to those other two.
He's not unnoticed by us. We understand because honestly, last year in our game against them in the regular season, he's the one that made some big shots for them that kept us from possibly winning that game when it went into overtime. So we know him, and then Brooks comes in for them, and he can make shots. They have multiple pieces that can do a lot of things.
Very much so, and they played a very competitive schedule, and that leads to, games like this. Sometimes teams get awed by it. You guys have played a great schedule, so, we look for nothing but good things in this game.
Should be an interesting one for sure.
Gary,
Coach,
guys,
enjoyed it as always. I would be remiss to say that I'm trying to be impartial, but,
when your name's on the wall, it's tough, but I understand. I can appreciate that.
Well, let's just say we hope we have a good game, and it's our time to win.
For sure, Andy, for sure. It should be fun.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate the time. Coach Josh Leslie and our coach Gary Forrest, thanks so much. Halftime of the girls' game, North Oldham on top, 38-20. We'll be right back after this.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community. Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by the Oldham County Health Department. Find out about their array of wellness programs and services by visiting oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people, strong community.
Well, back live at Buckner. Let's catch up with Gary and David Levich. Go ahead, guys.
It's Gary Forrest for Glycod.com, where tonight here we're at Oldham County High School, where Oldham County plays host to the North Oldham Mustangs. I'm here with Coach David Levich, head boys coach, and for the second game tonight, they'll play the Oldham County Colonels. Dave, kind of a rebuilt team this year, yet the winning ways still go.
Yeah, we're not near as big as we were last year, obviously, but we have some really good senior guards that have really led us this year. We play a lot different than we did last year also. We shoot a lot more threes, but it's been fun coaching this team. We've changed our playing style a lot, but they've obviously adapted to it well.
Dave, I've seen you play a couple of games. It's been fun watching you, and the great thing is, in watching your team play, it looks like your kids have an understanding of their roles, and then so many times in high school level, sometimes at the collegiate level, kids don't have a value of their roles, and your kids look like they have an understanding. They're very giving with the ball, and they're fun to watch.
Yeah, no, they really play well together. We have our starting five. They all do something different in their own way. We have a really good point guard in Jack Fisher, and obviously a really good player in Grant Neal. We have good shooters. Brooks Cargill's been a great six-man for us. He's played unbelievable the last month, so hopefully guys like him and Grace Schmidl off the bench can keep it going.
Dave, because of the three-team district, I know a lot of people out there watching this, they're not aware of the fact that whoever wins regular season play will automatically be the 1 seed. And with the 3-team district, you're automatically going to either be a winner or runner-up that will, in essence, take you to the regional tournament.
Yeah, it's a huge deal to get the 1 seed in the regular season. Usually we play OC before South, so it's a little different this year. Obviously, we had the rescheduling because of the weather, so it's a little different this year playing OC second, but we know what we have to do, and it's just in a 3-team district where usually all 3 teams are really competitive against each other. It's such a big deal to not have to worry about playing that first game.
Well, it's irrelevant if you win.
It is. That's correct.
So
that's what I told our guys.
You end up being first.
Correct.
But if you weren't, you could even win, you're in. If you lose, you could still end up being the 1 seed just because it's a point differential.
Yeah, correct. I didn't tell our guys that, so I don't tell them that because they don't need to know about that. But no. I know what the point differential is. So obviously, we're coming out here to win the night. But if something happened and we didn't play like we should, obviously that's an advantage to winning the game by 10 last week.
Well, I know Coach Simpson last week explained to his kids, some coaches want their kids to know, feel like it's an added emphasis. Others don't.
Yeah, no, I kind of was scoring at the end, telling our guys we got to keep it rolling.
Well, guys, thanks so much. So the Mustangs, our thanks to David Levich in what is now a 43-24 Oldham County lead. And a Sailor Hankins foul as Colonel's now down 19 points. Thanks to both head coaches. Thanks to Coach Gary Forrest, who joins us here courtside. There's Haley Wood underneath, and a great find, and Palazzolo pounds it in plus a foul.